To automate WorldPay login, you need to understand the basics of automation and the specific requirements of the WorldPay platform. WorldPay is a secure online payment system, and automating login requires careful consideration of security and compliance. First, you need to choose an automation tool, such as a scripting language or a dedicated automation software. Popular options include Python, Selenium, and AutoIt. Each tool has its own strengths and weaknesses, and the choice depends on your specific needs and skills. Next, you need to understand the WorldPay login process. This typically involves navigating to the WorldPay website, entering your username and password, and completing any additional security checks. To automate this process, you need to replicate these steps using your chosen automation tool. A key concept in automation is the use of APIs, or application programming interfaces. WorldPay provides an API for merchants to integrate their payment systems. But this is not typically used for login automation. Instead, you will use a technique called web scraping, which involves extracting data from web pages and using it to automate interactions. To automate WorldPay login using web scraping, you need to inspect the HTML code of the login page and identify the fields and buttons involved in the login process. You can then use your automation tool to simulate user interactions, such as filling in the username and password fields and clicking the login button. Practical examples of automation tools and techniques include using Python with the Selenium library to automate web browser interactions, or using AutoIt to automate keyboard and mouse inputs. For example, you can use Python to launch a web browser, navigate to the WorldPay login page, fill in the username and password fields, and click the login button. Best practices for automating WorldPay login include ensuring that your automation tool is secure and compliant with WorldPay's terms of service. You should also implement error handling and logging to ensure that any issues are detected and resolved quickly. Additionally, you should test your automation script thoroughly to ensure that it works correctly and does not compromise the security of your WorldPay account. In conclusion, automating WorldPay login requires careful consideration of security and compliance, as well as a good understanding of automation tools and techniques. By following the steps outlined in this guide, you can create a secure and reliable automation script that streamlines your WorldPay login process and saves you time and effort.